Hi everyone, I have with me Grandmaster Gregory Kaidanov here, who just finished his match against Magnus Carlsen in the 8th round of the Qatar Masters. First of all, can you tell us how was the experience playing Magnus Carlsen?
It was great. It was great. Basically, that's, I think, why most people come here, hoping to meet him one-on-one, and I was one of the 9 lucky ones, so I felt extremely excited before this game. Result didn't matter.
Yeah.
And I think I played a good game. Obviously, he outplayed me. He, saw some in-between moves. So, but still, I'm very happy. I don't think I played bad. I played okay, but
Was there any critical position in the game?
He said after the game that I should have played b5 instead of rook f8. I saw this move. I thought it wouldn't change too much because he would play bishop b3. My position was a little bit worse at this point. He also didn't like after g3. He thought bishop h6 was worse than going bishop d6. But I thought I shouldn't allow him rook on c1. So it's hard to tell. He's so good that obviously, very often after the game, you don't know exactly where you made a mistake. After opening position looked very equalish, but I think he slowly just outplayed me.
Did you have anything specific prepared for Magnus Carlsen today?
It's impossible to prepare against him because he plays every opening in the world. So I was basically expecting everything. I didn't know what to expect. So, but as far as the results of the opening, I was pretty happy because it was equal position. So you couldn't hope for more.
Before the game, we saw that you stood up in Magnus Carlsen game. It was a great gesture.
Because it's polite to give a handshake by standing up. So that's
that was a great gesture. And I would like to ask about yesterday's game. You defeated Jorden and Foreest. So can you take us through that game?
Yeah, this was a very interesting experience. So the opening, I didn't know, particularly well. I knew ideas. So we found ourselves in the position in which I played bishop e4. And after I played bishop e4, before I played bishop e4, all of a sudden I had a flashback in my memory. I recalled the game, Pologaevsky-Mednis, Riga Interzonal, 1979. And I realized, I think that's a position from this game. And he started thinking, and I thought, maybe he doesn't know this game. And then after I played bishop g5, he pretty quickly played bishop g5, and then I knew that I supposed to play bishop h7. It was amazing. So after the game, I checked with the database, and nobody took on g5. There were 3 games actually on a very high level. And 2 Grandmasters and Edmar Magnus, they all play rook f8. Black is worse after this, but still it was relatively best. And after he took on g5 and I sacrificed on h7, I think Black's position is already very bad. He probably just missed knight e4, discovery check with blocking the queen. It's just my guess, but that was it. This was all about this game.
What is your favorite game in this tournament so far?
Obviously, this is the favorite game when you can beat such a strong player. But I think in general, I completely unexpectedly for myself played pretty well. So I just didn't expect playing so well, but somehow it happened.
What is your preparation process like, and also how do you adapt your playing style according to the players' weaknesses and strengths?
Most of the time, I don't adapt, but occasionally during the game you start feel the style of the player. And for example, when sometimes your opponents play passively, you have more or less of idea of what they will do and they will not do. And also there are obviously stereotypes that young players are not good in the end game, but the stereotype is not right for every single young player. So but most of the time I study opponents' games before, and I decide in which direction I want to take it. My openings with white are pretty flexible, with black less so, but that's how I decide which opening to play based on the opponent's style.
You yourself are a chess coach and author. How do you balance playing chess and also teaching chess?
I just try to organize my day so that I have time for everything. It is not easy to balance this, and for many years I don't think I did a perfect job of doing that. But lately I think I'm doing better. I allocate time for myself to study, and I think the quality of my play is getting better.
You yourself are an experienced Grandmaster. What motivates you still to compete in such big tournaments like Qatar Masters?
Just love for the game. Love for the game. I just love to play chess. Actually, I love study chess more than I like to play, but I like to play too, and I just would like to play well, and that's only motivation.
What are your thoughts on the other contestants in this tournament? There are a lot of youngsters who are participating in this tournament. What are your thoughts?
It's incredible to be among those young players and see how well they play. And of course, I knew it before coming here. It's especially impressive how good the young Indian players are. And I had conversation with IM Nitin. And so he told me a little bit about chess in India and about what happens, because it's very clear that there are so many players, they are so underrated, many of them, but I try to keep up. Even when I'm home and study chess, I try to keep up with Indian players, but there are so many of them, it's not easy to do.
Were you able to follow any of the top boards in this tournament?
Not really. I was mostly concentrating on my chess. After every round, I would try quickly go through the games just to get a sense of whether there were any opening ideas. But I usually study games after I get back home. I don't like kind of to browse quickly through the games. I usually do just openings. But when I come back home, I usually study games of best players on a very deep level.
8 rounds done and the last round to go tomorrow. What are your plans for the last round?
Just play well. Just play well. I don't have a goal to win by any cost or anything like that. But I hope just to play well.
What are your plans after this tournament? Do you have some other tournaments planned, or how is it?
No. I played 2 tournaments in a row. I played in the World Team Senior Championship right before that. So I will take a break. We'll study my games and we'll prepare for the next tournaments. But I don't know yet when and what tournaments will they be.
Last question. What is your takeaway from this tournament and Qatar Masters?
I think the organization was superb. I think obviously Magnus was not very motivated, so it's kind of a pity that he performed below his abilities. But for myself, I am extremely happy. So and like I said before, playing Magnus is everybody's player's dream.
Great to see you here, and all the very best.
Thank you very much.